For decades, the School of Creative and Performing Arts has had a hand in creating some of Canada's and the world's finest performers and artists. But before that, they came to us as students, full of talent and dreams. Our job is to foster that talent and help them make their dreams a reality. We do this not only by training them in their specialty, but by also providing them with practical business, technological, and communication skills so they can manage and steer their career in the direction they want to go. In 1973, jazz legend and world-renowned musician Duke Ellington visited Humber's music program to instruct a workshop. This event helped establish the Humber music program as one of the best in the province and put Humber on the map in the Canadian music industry.
Duke Ellington came in the early 70s to give a workshop at Humber. When you have an artist like Duke Ellington or someone of that stature come to work with students, it's wonderful to watch their message and how it transcends sort of the immediacy of the moment. Anytime you can get a leader in a field to visit your institution, and not just visit, but actually work with students and teach, I think that puts you on the map in your profession.
Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright and literary giant Edward Albee taught in the creative writing program in 2003. It was another instance of the School of Creative and Performing Arts striving to provide students with once-in-a-lifetime learning opportunity from artists who are at the top of their fields.
The founding dean for Creative and Performing Arts, Joe Curtis, was here as a teacher, and he found himself directing the play Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, which Edward Albee wrote. It turns out Edward Albee had been in Toronto, saw in the newspaper that his play was being rehearsed at Humber College, and just showed up to check it out. A few years later, Joe went to see him speak in Toronto and invited him to teach in our creative writing program.
In 2003, Humber introduced its Bachelor of Music program, one of the first degrees offered at Humber. This credential has opened up many opportunities to past and current music students, such as pathways to further education in music.
The Bachelor of Music program came about because over the years, the demand for the credential increased. Where a lot of music degrees follow a conservatory style, that is, they focus on teaching you how to play your instrument, and then everything else is secondary. The design of the Humber Music degree program was an integrated design, while still focused on the highest level of performance. Also brought with it mandatory training in the areas of music business, music production, and technology. So having that bachelor's degree is really worth it.
In 2001, Saturday Night Live and Second City TV actor and comedian Mike Myers visited students in the Humber comedy programs. Students were able to learn from a master of the craft and hear about the hard work, time, and dedication he put into his comedy performance and writing.
Having Mike Myers at the college would have been incredibly inspirational for students. Humber has been a real leader in terms of formal teaching in comedy. And so having Mike Myers there, I think, validated that in a lot of ways for students who were maybe uncertain, do I need to go to school for this? We've always had a saying in our comedy program, which is, we can't make you funny, but we can make funny people funnier. And implied in that is some professional training on what it's really like to make it in that industry.
At the Center for Creative Business Innovation, students will gain real-world practical experience while studying at school. The center will allow industry partners to present students with their problems, and in return, students will work toward creative solutions.
One of the really exciting things we're doing right now is that the School of Creative and Performing Arts has partnered with the Business School and the School of Media Studies and Information Technology at Humber to create the Center for Creative Business Innovation. We have hundreds of faculty members, thousands of students who can be put together in customized teams to tackle problems that our industry partners have. On the horizon for the School of Creative and Performing Arts is that we're going to grow undergraduate programming in writing and publishing. We're going to grow graduate programs in music. So your career is beginning the first day you come to Humber. Happy 50th anniversary, Humber.